Hi, I'm Bob McConnell. I want to talk primarily to the 70,000 veterans out here in the 3rd Congressional District. I'm here in Pueblo at the Medal of Honor Memorial. These statues are of 4 men who earned the Congressional Medal of Honor for conspicuous gallantry in action. Korea, Vietnam, World War II. I'm a retired Colonel, Airborne Ranger. I'm a combat veteran. And I want to talk to you about how John Salazar has let down you, the veterans of Colorado. This last year, the per capita funding for veterans in Colorado fell to the lowest of all 50 states. Is that a man who stands up for veterans? Last spring, Janet Napolitano, Secretary of Homeland Security, announced that veterans are potential terrorists. Last Memorial Day, my VFW, where I'm a life member, and my American Legion, where I'm a life member, had a combined honor guard service at our cemetery in Steamboat. After that, we came back and we had a combined meeting of both Legion and VFW, and we voted unanimously to send John Salazar a letter. That letter went out May 31st, and it asked John Salazar to either have Janet Napolitano resign or be impeached for what she had said to slander veterans in Colorado. May 31st, you know when John Salazar answered that letter? Never. In September, during his Veterans Committee back in Washington, a friend of mine asked him why he never even bothered to answer our letter. And he said it was too politically sensitive. Is that a man who stands up for veterans in Colorado? Let me show you something else. Around Veterans Day, this letter went out. John Salazar's Veterans Update. You know, I don't have the middle of it, but it had a nice picture of John Salazar and a little letter saying what he'd done for veterans. On the back, it says, "This mailing was prepared, published, and mailed at taxpayer expense." Well, like many of you, probably because I'm a conservative, I never got that update. That made me mad. It made me mad that I was not good enough to get the letter, even though I'm a combat veteran, but I'm good enough to pay for it. So we wrote John Salazar a letter. I wanted to know how much that letter cost. How many prosthetic devices could have been bought for what he paid to send this letter out to select veterans? Well, he never answered that letter. So we filed a Freedom of Information Act request to find out how much that cost. Well, right after Christmas, I got back a letter from the Department of Justice, and you know what I learned? Congress is exempt under the Freedom of Information Act from answer those kind of letters. So I'll never find out unless you ask him how much it cost to send that out. Is that a man who stands up for veterans in Colorado? I'm Bob McConnell, and I'm prepared to fight and if need be die in defense of my country and our way of life. And I'll fight for veterans in Colorado. And I'll answer your mail. And I won't pick who I send letters to and who I don't send letters to. I will support the veterans of Colorado. Thank you, and God bless America.